What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Take That, and we're back to finish this first chapter in our larger Take That journey. As always, big thank you to Michaela for sending this CD and a number of other CDs and more Take That material, and the Progress Live concert video, which I did a full watch along for over on my Patreon. So if you weren't aware of that and haven't seen it, it is publicly available. You can go check that out. And in that regard, I do not think the last track on the second disc, Wonderful World, was performed at that concert. So Michaela or anyone else, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it was part of the playlist. It certainly is a lovely sentiment, a world that is wonderful, whether that is amazing, welcoming, comfortable, calm, tranquil, and placid, or otherwise invigorating. So in that regard, wonderful can mean different things on opposite ends of the energy spectrum, on opposite ends of the personal or broad spectrum. They could be your little wonderful world that is not necessarily applicable to other people, but of course it could function on multiple levels. Your world could project or manifest outward and be part of a larger wonderful scenario. So yeah, it's on the surface a very positive phrase. Of course, phrases like that can be used ironically, sarcastically, or otherwise in a more nuanced way. So let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Take That. The song is Wonderful World, and it's the last song on track, or rather disc 2 of the double CD Progress release.
What a wonderful world this is. What a wonderful world this is. It makes me want to kiss. What a beautiful kiss this is. What a beautiful kiss of life. Just before I die. What a wonderful world this is. What a delicate tale of bliss that I don't want to miss. In this moment where we all exist, on the precipice of the abyss, it always was how it is. Time to
clever. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I did that little gesture because I expected the ding or the alarm to sound. So yes, obviously, like using percussion to sound like the hands on a clock is very clever in a song that's about time. And not only because of the lyrics I caught, more on that in a moment, but also because it's the final track on this album that was a reunion of the original lineup of the band. I feel like it would make perfect sense if this song was about their history and their present as it was in 2011 or 2010/2011. I mean, first of all, the line is, time is all we had, but it wasn't ours to keep. Sounds like a pair of lines related to their initial run where, they just blew up, they were on fire, but it wasn't something that was sustainable. It wasn't theirs to just keep and to hold and to remain changeless. But then the line, what was it, like, this moment we don't want to miss on the precipice of the abyss, something like that. I think I'm slightly messing up the words a little bit, but that was the essence of it, which is a very nice poetic line and, well phrased. But that feels like them in the present. It's like, look, this could fall off. This could not actually happen. And again, if you watch the documentary, which I did, which that's right, I mentioned in beforehand, I did a watch along of the full concert progress live, but I did also do a watch along of a documentary about the making of the album and Robbie coming back and all the navigating issues and personalities that went into that album, or this album, the album that was the first part of this album. It gets complicated. But yeah, it feels like the album was close to not happening a couple times. Robbie was there, then Robbie maybe didn't want to do it, and there were other moments where, maybe it wasn't going to come together, or they weren't going to be able to agree on what lyrics or songs should be. So again, maybe it's about something totally different, but that line about, like, we don't want to miss this moment, and we're on the edge of this abyss, we could, fall off and vanish into oblivion, it feels like it's so perfectly tailored to be about them in this moment when this album came out. So yeah, again, a song being about them and their history and their present to conclude this double album would make perfect sense. So I'm going with that interpretation. Do let me know if I'm wrong. I guessed last time that it was Mark on vocals. It turned out to be Howard. I'm going to guess Mark again. I'll just keep guessing Mark until I get it right at some point. But no, that was my thought. It's like, is that Mark? I've not been listening to them for very long, but seeing that documentary helped a little bit. Obviously not enough to get it correct on my first guess after that, but yeah, that was my guess as I was listening here. In any case, again, very beautifully composed. It's a sort of down-tempo emotional tune, but there's electronic touches. The keyboard melody has a real electronica type of sound to it in terms of what the kit is for some of these emotional melodies. So yeah, it's got a bit of an electronica sound, even though it's sort of like a synth pop ballad. And yeah, I think it's a very beautiful ending to the album, lyrically as I can follow it, and sonically and vocally for that matter. And then there were those sort of backing vocals, and then right at the end, as it started to fade out, except for the ticking time, the vocals got a bit more echoic and like they were almost evaporating into the distance, which again, maybe the idea of, time, it's not anyone's to keep, it's always running, and there's nothing we can do about it as mortal beings and beings who maybe have a creative window that is finite. So yeah, I thought it was fantastic. A great album, double album overall. Thank you again to Michaela for bringing this into my musical journeys. In the moment I forget what the next album would make sense to go for the next chapter, do let me know. But yes, we've got physical albums, we've got more than that, so yeah, we'll look forward to the next chapter, whatever it may be. Let me know what you think here, and I will see you next time. Peace.